It seems that the first batch of leaks of the OnePlus 5 have just emerged visually. iPhone 8 rumors have begun to debunk the theory of an iPhone 7s, and it seems that Fitbit has already gotten into some explosive troubles of its own. I'm Jaime Rivera, and if this t-shirt makes it at all difficult for you to take me seriously, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today start with a product I would have loved to cover on an April Fool's Day. Bear with me here. Amazon has just announced its new Echo look. I know, the name is just, okay, so here's what it is. It's a camera that you're able to use to take photos of yourself so that you can see how you look. It's even got this smart application that helps you decide what clothing to wear. So instead of buying a mirror that'll cost you a lot less than the $200 that this camera cost, you now have a smart mirror to a certain degree. You can even use this in conjunction with an application to tell you which clothing fits you better. This is probably one of the most vain products I've seen. I can't wait to see if this becomes another Fire phone. Other official news have to do with the Casio WSD-F20. The product that I told you at CES that, you know what, the WSD-F10 should have always been this from day one. Well, the F20 is now available on sale. It'll cost you the same $500 as the F10. The difference is that it now has everything that the F10 didn't have, like a standalone GPS in addition to applications that actually work because now it runs on Android 2.0, Android Wear 2.0 that would be. So we cannot wait to get our product and tell you more about it in our review, but so far, from everything that I saw at CES, it's kind of worth it. Now let's move the spotlight over to Fitbit. The company that sells the most wearables in the world is apparently having a lot of trouble with explosions on wearables, and this is something you actually don't want happening to you. We've got photos of people that already have burns in their arms, and even though the cases are isolated, meaning there aren't that many, it is, you know, something to worry about, particularly because this is happening with the Flex 2, which is the product the company sells the most. So we can't wait to hear what's going on here. Now let's move the spotlight over to the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus, and believe it, there are hotter news today that'll happen later. We've got some trusted sources claiming that apparently there is an iPhone 8 and there is an iPhone 8 Plus, meaning the no-holds-bar, full design, all-amazing phone is apparently going to be the flagship. And it makes you wonder exactly what is going to happen to the iPhone 7s. So my personal theory is that it does make sense that right now Apple is still prototyping. It's kind of early for the company to make a final decision over what it's going to do. So it makes all the sense for the company to want to jump all the way to the 8. And for the company to launch a 7S, meaning a more powerful 7 as the mid-tier, or I don't know what you would want to call this one, to also launch alongside just to revamp the 7, meaning there could be some interesting feature that the 7 won't be able to do that the 7S would probably do. Stay tuned, we'll keep you posted. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with the possible OnePlus 5. We've got the first possible leaked render of the phone, and it looks a lot like the OnePlus 3T, which is actually great, but it seems that it brings a dual camera. Now bear in mind, the only complaint that I had with the OnePlus 3T during our review was the camera, which got fixed to a certain degree with Nougat, but it still is not the best camera out there, particularly for a phone that wants to compete with flagships. So if this is the case that OnePlus has finally figured out the camera, and a dual camera will be the approach, I can't wait to see that, but it leads me to the question of the day. How about if you tell us what would your wish list be for the OnePlus 5? What would you love this phone to have? In my case, honestly, I just wanted a OnePlus 3T with a better camera. That was it, and why not add some water resistance? I mean, honestly, OnePlus, if you would charge me a little more money for a OnePlus 5 Plus and have that one include water resistance, I would be totally on board. Leave us a comment down below, we'd love to know your opinion. Friends, you know the way it goes. If you want to get the news earlier before the video is filmed, follow us on Pocketnow.com and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.